we have the Winter Holiday event part 2 in Pokemon Go, which means it's time to get down. I hope you guys are ready for this event because we have a lot going down. Not too much change, but one of the biggest changes is adding in a brand new Eevee, which has evolutions with a holiday costume hat on, which means you can get every single evolution out there. And gosh, man, I would suggest you guys are evolving these Eevees. And here's a trick for you guys, which I'm going to give you right now up front, that if you want all of these shinies and you don't want to pay a premium for these Pokemon as the shinies, is all you have to do, and this works for any costume, is have that costume and have at least the base Pokemon a shiny. You need to have a shiny Flareon, and then you need to evolve all Eevees until you get each of the costumes done, right? And you already have each of these Pokemon in shiny forms. With that evolution happens, that basically counts as just a regular special trade. It does not count as a unique special trade, which will take 40,000 Stardust all the way down to 800 Stardust. It's one of the biggest and easiest things to do in Pokemon Go. I will probably actually make a video about just this topic alone for everybody out there that may not watch all of my videos. But biggest and easiest way to save Stardust in Pokemon Go is, for instance, I did it with Steven, is I traded him a regular balloon Pikachu from Singapore, and then the next day I traded him a shiny balloon Pikachu from Singapore. And if I would have had traded him just the balloon Pikachu because he didn't have the balloon Pikachu, and then he didn't have the shiny balloon Pikachu on day one, it would have cost 40,000. But since I traded him the non-shiny one first for 800 Stardust, then the next day the shiny one, because he already has a shiny Pikachu unlocked, the next day was 800 Stardust. So that 40,000 went to 1,600 by using that exact strategy. So this event is going down from Friday the 23rd at 10 a.m. and that's going all the way until the 31st at 8 p.m., which means then we're gonna have the next event coming out. If you guys do want to see that video, check it out up here. And for this event, we are maintaining the bonus of the 40 gift holds. And with that said, let's get into my top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is all about the timed research going down during this event. So we do have something going on, which means we will be able to choose something along this event, which means we're going to be able to choose a bonus, which can be half incubator distance, which is basically the exact same thing as the December Calm Day here. You can also get 2 times catch XP or 2 times catch Stardust. For me personally, I am going for the Stardust because that's one of the best commodities that I like in the game. However, if you're pushing for XP, you might want to do the catch XP, or if you're really into hatching eggs or trying to hatch a specific egg, you can go after the hatch eggs. My recommendation to you guys is, depending on where you're at in Pokemon Go, if you're making a push for 50, do the XP. If you are beyond the 176 million, I would suggest the Stardust, or if you're really gunning towards one specific egg hatch, preferably the 12-kilometer eggs, you could do a lot of Stardust from this, and you could potentially get more chances at the shiny Pawniard in Pokemon Go, if that's what you're doing. But that's where I would sit for tip number 1, which then leads us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be all about the spawns during this event. Most of the spawns are relatively the same, so we will check them out here after a second, but the one spawn that is going to be changing is going to be Eevee. Eevee will have the hat, and it can evolve into all of the evolutions. So what evolutions are going to be the most effective to be able to get in the Great League, in the Ultra League? There is only really one that is going to be a very effective one here. In the Great League, it's going to be Umbreon, ranked 28 with Snarl, Foul Play, and Last Resort at a 0-15-15. In the Ultra League, also Umbreon, it is going to be ranked 38 with the exact same moveset at 100% regular IVs, 15-15-15, that can get you all the way to level 50. And then finally, in the Master League, the only one in the top 100 is going to be Sylveon, with the moveset of Charm, Moonblast, and Psyshock combination. And Psyshock is the evolution from the Calm Day to be able to get that. And beyond that, let's check out some of the normal spawns in this event, because we are still getting Pikachu, we are getting Swinub, Delibird, that's Stardust boosted, we have Snorunt, Spheal, Snover, Vanillite, Cubchoo, and we also have Bergmite, that is the brand new shiny. And then we have Alolan Sandshrew, Stantler, and Cryogonal if you're lucky. So now let's check out the PvP movesets of these Pokemon. But first, remember, the Mega Abomasnow is the most effective meta attacker here in Pokemon Go. But for all the rest, let's check them out. If you guys do want the movesets of all these Pokemon, since we have a lot to cover, you can pause when I do mention these Pokemon and check out their movesets here. But this one's going to be Piloswine from Swinub. It's going to be ranked 91 with the moveset of Powder Snow, Avalanche, and Stone Stone Edge. Best ranked in the Ultra League at 91 with a 5-15-12 for the 100% IVs at level 50, so you will need the Exo Candy just to use this Pilo Swine in the Ultra League. And then next, we actually have Mammo Swine. That's going to be ranked 9. Yes, 9 overall in the Master League with Powder Snow, Avalanche, and High Horsepower. Yes, this Pokemon did get High Horsepower, so it actually has gotten a bump here for sure. And then next, we do have Obama Snow in rank 62 in the Great League at a 0-15-15. And then 33 in the Ultra League at a 3-15-14, but that's at level 50, so you will need the Exo Candy for this Pokemon. And just a reminder, guys, if you do have this Pokemon powered up for the Ultra League, you can also use it as a Mega Evolution, as I just talked about. Doesn't have to be the most effective Pokemon or the highest stats or whatever, or powered up to the max, even though this one will. You can still use it for the function of getting XL Candy and bonuses. And then we actually have Avalugg that's going to be ranked 54 in the Master League. So this Pokemon is pretty good right there. And then in rank 27 in the Great League, we do have the Alolan Ninetales at a 0-14-12 for its best ranking. In the Ultra League, it is actually outranked by the Fire form than is the Alolan form, which is not typically what we usually see here. And then finally, we have Frostlass that's going to be ranked 49 in the Great League with Powder Snow, Avalanche, Shadow Ball, which is the cool combination here. 100% IVs are going to be a 0-15-15. So those are all the spawns. Main focus, Delibird for Stardust, Bergmite for the Shiny, and then you have some great meta attackers, Mamoswine, as well as a lot of PvP options for you guys in the ice category. All right, that then leads us into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the field research tasks in this event. So we have catch 5 ice types for Pokeballs, Ultra Balls, Raspberries, or Pineapple Berries. We have catch 7 ice type Pokemon for a Seal or a Shelder. The Shelder, remember, is going to be the Stardust boosted, so make sure to give that a berry and run away from that task to keep it for the next Calm Day with catch Stardust. And then next, we are going to have catch 5 different species of Pokemon for a Holiday Cubchoo or a Holiday Delibird. And just remember that Delibird is also a Stardust boosted Pokemon, so you are going to want to give it a berry and run away from it. And then next, we are going to have catch 10 different species of Pokemon for a Jinx encounter, 1095, hatch an egg for a Sneasel, 879, Holiday Glaceon, which is going to be still win a raid, and then finally we have send 5 gifts to friends for a Winter Pikachu or a Holiday Hat Eevee, 402 and 459 respectively. Both have shinies now. Super cool Eevee costume, excited to hopefully get some shinies of that one. Send 3 gifts and add a sticker to each for a Crab Brawler or Obama Snow Mega Energy in the quantity of 25, and then open 5 gifts for an Alolan Sandshrew at 554. Looks like there's still a question mark on that one, but I think that's probably what it is. So with all that said, now let's get into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be all about the timed research. Let's check that out. And now we have the hatching eggs path. So step number 1 here is going to be catch 5 Pokemon for a Glacial Lure, spin 3 Pokestops or Gyms. It's going to get you the Eevee costume encounter, and then power Pokemon 5 times is 2 Silver Pineapple Berries for 200 Stardust and 500 XP. And then we have the second stage, which is going to be catch 10 Pokemon for a Stantler, catch 25 for a Cubchoo, catch 40 Ice type for a Lapras, catch 8 different species of Ice type Pokemon for a Delibird, hatch 3 eggs for a Darumaka, and then we have send 25 gifts to friends for an Eevee, and all of these have shiny potentials. And then we have the Galarian Mr. Mime, which also has a shiny potential with an incubator as the reward. In stage number 2, we have the XP. So we have pretty much the exact same thing again, and then all the way at the second page is going to be the same, except we have a lucky egg instead of an incubator. And then the last one is going to be the exact same thing once again for both of these steps, and then we get a star piece. So you all get the same exact things, but I would suggest you guys choose what serves you best here. And then on to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be about the Hisuian Avalugg that's going to be coming to Pokemon Go on the 24th from 2 to 5. I will have a specific tip video about this Pokemon. However, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of this day and that you are ready for it. And beyond that, we do have raid battles that are going on during this event as well, which is going to be Winter Carnival Pikachu. We have Alolan Vulpix. We have the new Eevee with the hat on. Make sure to do that if you're looking for the unique raids. We do have the Galarian Darumaka, and we have the Bergmite, which then leads us to the tier 3 raids. We have Cloyster, we have Lapras, we have Stantler, and then we have the Glaceon. And then we have the Kyurem in the raid battles. If you do want to see that, you can check that out up here. And then we also still have the Mega Glaile. So if you do want the Mega Energy, please stock up, because more than likely on the 1st, we'll be changing away from this Mega. So that's going to do it for this event. Good luck, everybody out there. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, anticipation to the next level. See you guys out on the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.